Oh.
Let's go back here. Hey, good evening, Facebook world. We're excited that you guys are with us tonight. It's Brandi from Genesis Medspa and Ashley from Colorescience. She is our training and implementation manager.
Yep.
I butchered your title. Please help me.
Nope, you got it right. That's my title.
Fantastic. We'll give you guys a couple more seconds to get on here because we have some really fantastic new information to share that we cannot wait.
Yes, I'm super excited to share all of my knowledge that I possibly can with everyone.
Yay. Amazing.
And thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yes, thank you for being here with us tonight.
Of course, and I can't help but notice that fabulous quote you have behind you.
Don't you love it? It's one of my favorite. And who doesn't love anything that Jennifer Aniston says?
Right.
And if we could have everyone wear sunscreen, what a better place it would be, right?
Hey, but that's why we're employed right now, right?
Absolutely.
We have jobs. We got the mission.
That is 100% the truth. So I'm going to introduce us again in case anybody had a chance to hop on now. I'm Brandi from Genesis Medspa, and you're joining us tonight to hear about a really exciting new product launch. And I have the honor of having Ashley Lehr, our Colorescience implementation and training manager, on with me, which is a total honor. I'm so thankful that you're here with me tonight. She's coming from Arizona.
Yep.
A little warmer climate. Tell us how warm it is there. Make us really jealous.
It was I don't even know, 75, 76.
Oh,
it was beautiful.
My gosh.
Yeah, I can't complain, that's for sure.
Yeah, just deduct 70 degrees from that, and that's where we were today in Missouri.
I don't even know how to compute that kind of weather.
I know, literally. I think every time it gets this cold, my husband and I look at each other and we're like, why do we live in it's terrible. But so tonight, let's get right to what we get to share with our Facebook friends this evening. Our new product launch, Even Up Multi-Correction Serum. Okay. I had the pleasure of beginning this product in November. So doing a little clinical trial. Colorescience is such an amazing company, and they had sent one to myself and to Barb. And my personal experience with it has been just absolutely outstanding. I already use a pretty robust home care regimen. I love what we do. I love Skin Medica and Colorescience, and this really is something that I didn't know that I was missing, that now I feel that I literally can't live without. And you know, as I mentioned, it's 5 degrees outside, and the hydration in my skin from this product has been absolutely outstanding, which I think was not something that I was really even expecting from it. So if you know and love our current Even Up primer, which who doesn't, SPF 50, Enviro Screen, you know, really protects against so many environmental factors, helps to fade pigmentation. So it kind of, you know, breaches the place between our skincare and our makeup. And now Even Up Multi-Correction Serum really is an adjunct to our skincare.
Yes, absolutely. And I love that you, one, we're so willing to try our new product. And two, I love that you're already falling in love with it, seeing the results from it, and that you comment on the hydration levels, because I think when we think of melasma and hyperpigmentation, or even any other skin condition people are struggling with, you know, strengthening that skin barrier with a really good hydration component is just going to benefit your results no matter what you're trying to treat or trying to help with. So the fact that now we're giving you this awesome blast of hydration in the Even Up Multi-Correction Serum, I love that you're already seeing the results with that.
Absolutely. It's been pretty fantastic. So in true Colorescience form, this is a 3-in-1. You know, they do so many great products that have 3 benefits in one. And not only is this something that's going to help to change, lighten, fade pigmentation and that stubborn, hard to treat melasma, like you said, but it is helping with cell turnover on a very like gentle and efficacious level. So it's not going to cause irritation or, you know, that like breakdown that retinol sometimes can have, especially in the drier months like it is now. Along with that phytomoist that really helps to, you know, penetrate in those cells and give you some nice hydration. So like you said, all of those things really mesh together really well.
So with the whole regimen, right? So we know that you guys are already loving the SPF 50 version of Even Up. And this is like what you can't miss this step in the regimen, right? Because the key, not only does it have our Lumera complex in here that has those 4 different ingredients to stop each pathway of melanogenesis, but it has our SPF 50 in it, right? UVA, UVB protection. And that's one of the #1 triggers in starting that inflammation cascade that's starting to excite all that melanin in our skin. So if we're not properly protecting first, you're really not getting the biggest benefit in brightening your skin, right? And that's why we also say with the regimen, you need to reapply with your SPF 50 brush. I mean, I'm in front of my computer, right now, all day, every day, and I'm getting chronic exposure to blue light and HUV, right? That comes not just from the sun, but it comes from our computers and our devices too. And so what's interesting with that wavelength is that it actually affects a melanocyte differently than UVA and UVB. So it's kind of like, you know, one's going this way, the other one's going that way, and they're both going to tell that melanocyte to start making more melanin. So if you're only protecting from one, again, you're not getting the biggest brightening in your skin. So that's why we always reapply with the brush throughout the day, because with our iron oxides that we use, right? Way to go, Brandi. Thanks for doing it with me. With our iron oxides that we use and how we formulate it with, we're actually protecting in that wavelength, right? We have therapeutic iron oxides in the SPF 50 brush and in the SPF 50 3-in-1. Now, where the new product starts to differentiate with the serum, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on the back of my hand here so we can try to helpfully show. Can you see that okay, Brandi?
Mm-hmm.
So it is a serum, right? It goes on clear. There's no color. There's no SPF in this, but we have that Lumera complex, right? That same skin brightening complex that's in the SPF 50 version. And I love that you're putting it to your neck right now.
I placed it.
So you're getting 2 doses of our skin brightening complex in the morning. So you'd put your Even Up Multi-Correction Serum on, and then you would put your SPF 50 Even Up on top of it. Now you have 2 doses on your skin in the morning of Lumera to help that melanogenesis cascade.
Amazing.
Now with the serum, you're also going to be addressing, right? We know no matter what skincare you're using, you know, melanin is getting released up into the keratinocytes or up to the corneocytes or up to the skin surface. So Colorescience really wanted to take this comprehensive approach and say, you know, well, we don't want to just stop the treatment at melanogenesis. We want to address, well, what's happening in the epidermis of the skin and what's happening on the cells that are sitting on the surface of our skin. So we actually added an ingredient that's called crystallide, and it does so many good things to the epidermis of our skin, right? I mean, how many patients do you see, Brandi, that are struggling with texture issues, right? It's not just hyperpigmentation and melasma, it's texture.
Absolutely.
And if we're not addressing the texture of our skin, we're not getting the most glow, the most benefit in our skin. And so with this crystallite ingredient, it's actually going to help remove some of that cellular waste inside the cell that is, you know, not allowing us to have more light reflectivity, have that youthful glow. I mean, how many times do you hear people say, I feel like my skin is just kind of dull, right? I mean, that's what I think the goal for everyone is: brighter skin, but also more luminosity in our skin, to have that glow. And so by crystallite removing that waste in the cell, it really gives us back the glow to our skin. And then now crystallite's actually helping those cells kind of grow all at the same size and then slough off all at the same time. And so this harmonious pattern of this happening on the epidermis of our skin is actually addressing texture issues in our skin. And I mean, I know, Brandi, you've seen the clinical studies pictures with it. I think that was like, other than obviously the brown spots, you know, fading, it was seeing all of the major texture. I mean, on the forehead where the skin can get really rough and is really thick, to see Crystallite just like start smoothing and softening that and starting to see this bright effect to your skin. I thought that that was like, you know,
it's a game changer.
Yeah, we got something here
Absolutely.
with it, right?
Absolutely.
We've got something. And then, like you said, I mean, we're also adding in Phytomoist, which is a plant-based hyaluronic acid with betaine, and it's actually 4 times more hydrating than the standard J. It's great that you have, you know, hydrators in your products, but what I love that Colorescience does is like, well, let's test it. And so with Crystallite, it actually helps maintain our moisture in our skin and make it more evenly dispersed. So I love how you were talking about with your patients that using like retinols or vitamin A's, like their skin is so sensitive to it, or they're maybe red here and blotchy here. Crystallite kind of helps bring back more smoothness and allows your skin to just be brighter, and that Phytomoist hydrates skin. And so you've got these 2 powerhouse ingredients really targeting that epidermis and strengthening the skin barrier, along with Lumera with a skin brightener. So, I mean, this is, again, that 3-in-1 concept, except this time it's our skin brightener, it's our hydrator with Phytomoist and glycerin, and then it's addressing texture and luminosity in our skin with Crystallite.
You know, it really for us is going to be something that isn't just going to be for the patient. Obviously, it's going to be for someone who has pigmentation, brown spots, melasma. This is definitely going to be a go-to for pre-treatment before lasers, peels, microneedling, because, you know, starting that inflammation, decreasing and giving that skin barrier function again, you're actually going to see results quicker from your treatments, and heal faster from your treatments, which really, again, is fantastic. As much as we love retinol and have pre-treated with retinol for a long time, as I said earlier, you know, a lot of people just can't tolerate it every single night. And so this is really going to boost what you can receive in the office, which I think is really outstanding.
Yeah, and I mean, that's Colorescience always wants to pair with, you know, what treatment you're offering in there, but what maybe other skincare products you're recommending. And, you know, we like to play nice in the sandbox, right? Like we want to help boost whatever you're currently using and just make it more, you know, maybe more efficacious or more glow or more skin brightening, whatever it is that we're trying to help with. And so I love that you talk about pre-treating with like a retinol or, you know, maybe another skincare product before someone has a service to strengthen that skin barrier. And then it's also something they can continue after, right? So what happens in between that, you know, maybe 6 weeks until I get to come in and see Brandi again to have another service? Well, she's recommended this fabulous skincare regimen that's actually just going to keep helping benefit my skin and my results. And, you know, one of the things too that Colorescience does is, right, in the clinical study with this regimen, we actually tested it with, you know, patients that are already on advanced skincare regimens. You know, what kind of result did they see? And 97% of the subjects said that they would use it and keep using it and recommend it to a friend. And 100% of the patients said they definitely saw improvement in their overall skin tone and hydration and texture by adding it into the regimen. So, I mean, and then we have the numbers too that just, if you've never been on a skincare regimen, you get these beautiful, fabulous results as well. So it's nice to know that, you know, I can tell you it's a great product, but we actually have this clinically backed data that says, even if you're on retinol, this is just going to better your outcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how do you see it? Like, how would you recommend the regimen if they are using a retinol?
So, you know, I honestly would probably pre-treat someone using the Even Up Multi-Correction Serum to make them more able to use their retinol more often. So, you know, a month or so of using this and then sneaking in that retinol, you know, a few nights a week, I think they're going to actually be able to tolerate it a little bit better. So that again will drive their results a little bit faster because they are getting such a multi-layer cell turnover, cell boosting benefit.
Yeah, actually, a dear friend, her name is Tanya. She was actually giving her personal story that, you know, she had been using a retinol like every night, and for whatever reason, all of a sudden she couldn't tolerate it anymore. And so when she got her hands on the Even Up Multi-Correction Serum and started adding it in, she's able to now get back to using her retinol every night because it's helping her skin so much. So, I mean, I feel like a lot of your patients would benefit if they could use that product, you know, consistently without feeling all that irritation to it. So I love that you would recommend it for those patients as well. And I've even heard, you know, for recommendation of if you maybe don't have hyperpigmentation and melasma, but you just have textural issues, like, right, especially with rosacea, you get a lot of texture issues going on there. And to know that you have something that, yes, it's going to help brighten the skin and help with melanogenesis, but to address texture like we are on this product, I mean, you really could, you don't have to have just hyperpigmentation to see the benefit in this product.
Which, you know, makes it, I joked and said that everyone with skin needs this product, but it is seriously true. You know, someone either has dryness, they have brown spots, they're looking for some brightness in their skin, or they need, you know, some benefit to tactile roughness. I mean, those are probably the three biggest complaints that we get, other than, you know, wrinkle and laxity. So this really is targeting three main skincare concerns. And in one product used twice a day, it's at a very, you know, cost-effective price point. I think it's going to be very useful for many patients. I actually really see it as a great adjunct to a man's skincare. You know, a lot of times men are simplistic. They want one product and then they need a sunscreen, and this is going to give them that hydration, that brightening, some good cell turnover, and it's kind of a one and done for a very simplistic regimen.
Yeah, and I mean, just to kind of give everyone how I use it in my regimen, right? So my morning regimen is, you know, I wash my face, I tone, I put on my Even Up Multi-Correction Serum. I put Pep Up on because that's my next go-to, right? Because that's going to help.
It's my other love.
Right? I know, it's like now the two combined, it's like a happy little family. Like I just love it so much. So the Pep Up is helping with my collagen elastin. It's also helping with hydration levels. It's giving my antioxidants. So I definitely will use it in conjunction with my Even Up Multi-Correction Serum. And so I put my Pep Up on, and then my kind of trick for application is, even when my Pep Up is still a little wet, like not fully dry on my skin, I go right into putting my Even Up SPF 50 version, because I just think it makes it a little more dewy looking, and just helps kind of smooth it on so much easier. And then of course I do my Total Eye and everything else that I use. And then I'll finish with my SPF 50 brush. And then if you're like me, which I'm sure Brandi, you are, you know, I have my brush in my purse, and I have my brush that sits right here in front of my computer. So even as, you know, 2 hours later, when I need to reapply, I have it and I just brush it on. So at nighttime though, I will use, you know, wash, tone, put my Even Up Multi-Correction Serum, my Pep Up, and then my Total Eye Concentrate on at night. So that's kind of how I use it in the regimen. But of course, you can use it with your retinol or any other skincare, because I know, Brandi, you're on a pretty solid regimen. So why don't you share how you use it in your regimen?
You know, so my morning is very similar to yours. I rinse, I tone, I put on my TNS Advanced Plus, which any of our patients that are using TNS Advanced Plus, this marries with that amazingly. You know, you give your TNS just a minute or two to dry, and then you add your Even Up Multi-Correction Serum, and my skin instantly feels just glowy and luminous and bright. I then go to my Rejuvenize Moisture. My Total Face Shield is an absolute must because I can't live without Total Face Shield. And then I go to my Even Up and my brush. And then the nighttime is very similar regimen, although It's very dry in Missouri this time of year, so I have definitely backed off my retinol a little bit. I'm probably a 2 times a week now rather than nightly. So I do layer my retinol on top of my Even Up Multi-Correction Serum. And then possibly a little HA5. And honestly, I haven't really had the need for the extra hydration at nighttime because between my PEPA, my TNS Advanced Plus, and my Even Up Multi-Correction Serum, I really feel nice and hydrated and protected. And I know that my skin is getting the absolute best of the best ingredients.
Yeah, and that's why your skin looks so beautiful, right? And protecting you. So I'm hoping that this gives, everyone some information that, it's really, yes, we're launching this new product, this new serum, but you really want to look at it as a whole regimen, a whole family. And I think you have some information, right, Brandi?
Yeah, so kind of the most exciting thing about watching our webinar this evening is that you get a sneak peek to our Flash Friday sale. So we haven't had as many Flash Fridays lately because we've been holding out for this really big one. And there is a very limited supply of these, but it of course is going to interact with our Even Up Multi-Correction Serum, our longtime favorite Even Up Primer, and our Sunforgettable Brush On Sunscreen. So the bundle of the 3, you actually are going to purchase your Even Up Primer and your Sunforgettable Brush and receive your Even Up Multi-Correction Serum free. So the bundle is $204. It's a great deal. Even Up Multi-Correction Serum by itself is going to be $89 price point. And would you say it's about a 6 or 8 week amount of product?
Yeah, so I would tell you 6 weeks, right? Because we're using it
times a day.
And right. Like me, or how you demonstrated, I'm putting it down onto my neck. I'm putting it on
of course.
So it's more like a 6 week. So if you were going to do like the whole 3-month regimen, which is how long these last you would use 2 of these.
Wonderful.
And just to remind everyone how exciting this is, because we haven't even started shipping this yet. So you really are getting your first like hands on our new product. And we are just super excited that, Genesis and obviously Brandi is so excited to have this and carry it and give it to you, really hot off the presses with this amazing bundle that they've put together.
Yeah. So if you're watching this tonight, this is kind of a big deal, that you don't want to miss out on. I cannot stress it enough. Rachel just actually put the link to our online store in the comments. And so if you're watching this and you want to take advantage of this, I definitely recommend going on and shopping it because it will be gone really quickly. We're hopeful to have these in office probably by the end of next week. Is our fingers crossed. As Ashley said, they haven't even shipped yet. So you guys are getting like the definite inner pre-sale, like
yes. Not available anywhere else right now. I can tell you that.
So shop the link, give us a call. We will be in the office tonight until 7, or send us a message if you have any questions, or if you want to know if you're a great candidate for it. My answer is probably going to be yes. And I can't wait to get my shelves stocked with another bottle because I'm going to be really sad when I'm out.
I know, it is sad when it's gone. It's like, I need more.
Yes. So shop the link, go to our online store, give us a call. Ashley, thank you so much. It was so great speaking with you tonight.
Thank you for having me. I always love doing these. So anytime I will be back.
I am so excited that we got to share in this excitement with our clients.
Go get it, everyone. You're gonna
absolutely. Ashley, enjoy some warm weather for us.
I'm sending it your way.
Please do. Hurry. All right, everyone.
Brandi, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.